Hey guys, welcome back to another Peaceful Challenge episode. So today we want to work on an ice farm. Ice is a really useful block in Minecraft. Every time you need to place down some water for a farm, for example, you can also use an ice block and break it with your non-silk touch pick or just with your fist and get a water source this way. And obviously it's also important for traveling. You can reach up to 40 blocks per second on normal or packed ice, or even 72 blocks per second on the more expensive blue ice. So far we've been gathering our ice by going over to a cold biome, finding either a river or an ocean and just mine it there. But today we want to automate the process a little bit. The ice farm I want to build would be an updated version of the farm I released about 3 years ago, and we also built on SciCraft. So here we have about a 40 by 80 area filled with water the ice could generate. Then the problem with ice generation is that you always need a block next to it. So right now, some of the blocks are covered. Not a single ice could generate at the moment. Reason is you also need skylight access. If you have, for example, leaves on top, then the water below can't freeze. And additionally, you always need a block next to it. So if I place down one here, then ice could generate right next to the block. So if you want to freeze such a large area, usually you would have something like this. Check it out over there. Where the ice would start generating on the side. Let's turn the random tick speed. Actually, random tick speed is not even important for this. It's something separate. You can increase the normal tick rate. Let's turn it a bit higher. So the ice would start freezing on the side, and it would take forever until it gets to the middle. So it would be very beneficial if we could get some blocks in the middle, and then the ice could also start generating from there. Then we get a really nice large platform, and then we could use a flying machine to push the top layer of ice down, flood the whole thing again, and do this a couple times over. So in the end we will have a nice about 11 high block of ice under the farm. Now the trick we use in order to get also blocks in the middle of the farm is we send armor stands with Frostwalker boots over the water. So I'm not quite sure if this farm is enabled at the moment, but yeah, basically every day in the morning, those flying machines are launched. Yeah, I'm still tick warping this. It was rather quick. So every day in the morning, the flying machine is launched, pushes down the first layer of ice, and then we send the Frostwalker armor stands over, and then it would generate some frosted ice. And yeah, the ice could generate right next to the frosted ice, and we get a lot of basically cedar ice blocks in the middle, and this whole thing would freeze a lot quicker than if you would only have blocks on the side. So this is the whole trick of this ice farm. It's a bit outdated. In 1.12, when I designed this farm, the whole light update system was also a lot worse. So there we had to make sure that we had blocks above the whole flying machine, so we wouldn't get horrendous lag spikes. That issue is fixed. As you saw, even when I was tick warping, the flying machine went over in no time. No lag spike was noticeable. So that problem solved. We can get rid of that. Also, we can compact that with some honey. And here on the side, I was using the Frostwalker 1 armor stand in between the slime blocks, because at that time it wasn't really reliable to stick the Frostwalker armor stand just in a slime block, but we can make a much smaller flying machine for that. So there's a lot of little things we can improve about this, and updated it to 1.16. Alright, we got a huge progress update. I updated the farm fully to 1.16. It's ready to be built. Let's check it out a little bit. So first, the main flying machine. Here we got now a mix of honey and slime. Since we have the panda slime farm, we can afford this for sure. One thing that is important about the ice farm is that the pistons, when they also extend, enable ice to freeze right next to it. So you got the piston here extending, pushing down the ice. And at that time, the ice could actually also generate right next to the piston. And we don't want that because it would mess with the water regeneration afterwards if we have ice blocks in there. So that's why here we have all the observers covering one side, and on the other side I put down some planks. This basically prevents ice from freezing right next to the piston. So we basically got those blocks here. The water block doesn't have sky access anymore, so ice can't generate. So that's one thing I had to add. Apart from that, yeah, I think it's a pretty neat flying machine. That's what it should. And here we got the Frostwalker 1 armor stands that are sent over every day in the morning. So basically there's a daylight detector. As soon as this turns on, flying machines are sent off. And the main flying machine here on the side would also activate the Frostwalker flying machines on both sides. So yeah, we go in that direction, and on the way back, there's also an observer that launches them from this side. Then the Frostwalker armor stand still stands a bit further out, because if you have an armor stand with Frostwalker and you exit the game and go back, then it would actually generate frosted ice around it. That's why it's a bit further away to prevent that effect. Don't want this to happen. There's just one little thing you need to add to this, a counter that stops it after 11 activations, because then we reach push limit of the pistons. And if there are remaining ice blocks here in between, then it's not guaranteed that the armor stands would make it over to the other side. That's why after 11 times we stop this, and then you can mine all the ice and start it up again. Alright, that's pretty much it. Let's go to survival and build this. Sure, you go out, Helga. I think I got enough city now.
Okay, yeah, I have. Yeah, is there the oak? Should we also
Got
take
plenty of oak. Yeah. I
Okay,
was farming that earlier. Got way too much.
okay, I'm just wondering if there's still something missing. Yeah, I have
We
all
just-
the netherrack, so
We meet somewhere?
just
Go from there?
yeah. Should we at the old storage or old
Okay.
home?
Yep. There's not a single plank anymore per boat. All brought over.
Yeah.
No, there's some.
The-
Okay.
Yeah.
I see ice. Over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a frozen beach. Yeah. It's definitely nice biome. Okay, so you can just find a relatively flat spot again.
Mm-hmm.
Because the ice is quite large, it's like 90 by 50.
Yeah, this is a huge area.
Oh, polar bears.
Mhm.
Even with a cup. See if they actually attack you. Yeah, but they can't hurt you.
Oh.
It is already pretty good here. Nice and flat.
Mhm.
Definitely have to dig some dirt away here. It would be possible. Not sure if we find anything flatter than this.
Yeah, I think this is okay here. It's yeah, good access to sea.
No! The snow!
What happened?
Let it snow, let it snow.
Oh no!
Yeah.
If we sleep through the night, will that get rid of it?
We have bots on. We need to stop the slime farm. And
Oh,
we're not worth the effort.
crap. Wah wah.
Yeah, but it would stop it. It's just gonna look so stupid with the roof. We have slabs, so like, it's only gonna be partially being
We could
snowed
also
on.
just stop now and just finish the roof tomorrow. It's like
Yeah.
we're nearly at 3
Change the
hours.
roof to stairs as well.
I mean, the farm is functional.
Yeah.
Sounds
We'll
good.
just finish the replay tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
Please, let's turn on the farm. Put a button.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Okay.
tomorrow.
So all gather around the
Yeah,
redstone lamp.
but if we do it tomorrow, then we can also change parts of the roof to stairs instead of slabs. That way there's no snow on top.
Well, who cares?
Oh. There it goes.
Oh! Okay. It's good. Yep. Actually, the ice should melt, but I think it's actually influenced by the snow.
I was wondering that.
Mm.
That's annoying.
Definitely did not consider that in my tests in a creative world. But it shouldn't be a problem. Now it melts. It's all fine. Might even be better.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, now we have lots of cedar crystals with the ice in there. After Panic and Helga left, Tab and I finished the rest of the ice farm building and we let it run overnight, so we could do a harvest the next morning. Alright, they work quite well with a giant volume filled with ice blocks. Around 35 to 40,000 blocks each harvest. And we can insta-mine all the ice here at the bottom. Very satisfying sound, love this. Wish we could mine glass also that fast, but there's unfortunately no tool for that. This would make the same sound. Okay, as you can see from the time-lapse, we also put a significant amount of effort into decorating this place. So it was mostly designed by Miles and I. I did mostly the rough outline here for it, and Miles was responsible for a lot of the details. If you look at it from the outside, I think it looks quite good. We used a lot of logs because that's something we have available from the tree farm, and I think it's also better fitting. Another benefit is that you can't accidentally mine it with the pickaxe. Let's also go upstairs. So the idea is that we have two access points to the ice. These are from below. But here's also two layers we can mine, and then also just mine it layer by layer, or even mine down. At the bottom we can also mine upwards. But it's the intended way to mine this. Probably also to place down a couple of chests here on the side, forgot about that. Let's also take a look upstairs. You can see some of the decoration as well, so this looks really good. at least some of the peaceful world will be decorated. Although it was a lot of extra effort, to be honest. Okay, then I also fixed one more thing. In case you do something wrong, and yeah, as I mentioned earlier, this runs for 11 times and then stops. Because if you would keep sending the flying machine, then you couldn't push the ice down anymore, and then the armor stands wouldn't make it to the other side. So I thought it would be cool if there's no way for the armor stands to fall down. You can actually also put them onto trapdoors here, which are attached to the slime block above, and then there's no chance that they will ever fall down. So this is extra system I put in there in case something goes wrong. I also already did a full harvest of the ice together with Cadenda. Let's check that out. Okay, let's see. So I got 4 stacks and 17 blue ice.
Wow.
What do you get?
I didn't know we separated it. At the beginning I put some of my packed ice in your white shulker box.
What?
I think I still got... Well, I didn't craft it into blue yet. Let's see. Probably not that much. Not even 3 stacks.
So in total we have 6 stacks and 51.
Amazing.
Amazing. Yeah. So worth it. Oh my god, it's so disappointing. Why? I mean 4 blocks would be enough, like 4 ice and 4 packed ice, 4 packed ice and 1 blue ice. Oh. That's cruel, actually. Completely broken pickaxe, even lost an ancient debris pickaxe. Right.
We need exit signs.
Hmm?
Where's that? We need exit signs.
Yeah, there's the portal.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, we crafted the whole ice we got from the first harvest into blue ice. But it's a bit disappointing to spend 81 ice to get 1 blue ice. It's kind of worth it to get blue ice because of the extra speed you can travel the boat on it, but it's very expensive. So at some point we might even need to upgrade to an even better ice farm that is a bit more automated, where we can also AFK. But that would also require that we buy XP bottles somehow find a way to repair our mending tools. Will definitely be a bit more of redstone, because this farm, to be honest, was, in terms of redstone, not much effort. Just those flying machines here, and then a single redstone line. Activating everything was pretty easy to build. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.